2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Check.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Thursday evening from downtown Fargo. This is our pregame show brought to you in part by IRA Insurance, where the visiting Raiders of Maple River tangle with the hometown Grovers of Fargo Oak Grove. I'm Chase Miller alongside Chris Crick helping us out here tonight. It's the Raiders, the number 3 team in Division B, tangling with Fargo Oak Grove of Division A. Season opener for Chad Slider's Grovers Club. While for the Raiders, they're coming off a nice win over Medina Pinger Buchanan on Tuesday, 65-33, where they had 2 players in double digits. Carly Hovelson with 18 points and Violet Richmond had 17 points in the contest. Again, this is our pregame show brought to you in part by IRA Insurance. When we come back, we'll talk about the series history between the Raiders and the Grovers. We'll hear from both head coaches, all ahead of our starting lineups and the opening tip. Tonight from downtown Fargo, this is high school girls basketball on yourliveevent.com.
If you're thinking about updating your bathroom or kitchen, don't wait until the last minute. Planning is key. At Ada Building Center LLC on Highway 200 East Edge in Ada, you can check out the brand new displays with the latest in cabinets, countertops, and floor coverings. The Ada Building Center LLC team will guide you through designs and help you secure trusted contractors for the job. Stop today and start planning your remodel. 218-784-3661 or visit adabuildingcenter.com. Ada Building Center, your project starts here.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
On yourliveevent.com, the matchup between the Raiders and the Grovers, a old Class B Region 1 tilt, but now these two teams in Region 1, but one in Division A, while the other is in Division B. The Division B team has had the best over Division A as of most recently, where the Raiders won 62-52 last season in Tower City, nearly a year ago to the date on December the 5th. Violet Richmond had 22 points and Brielle Kaloran had 15 points in the win for the Raiders, while for Oak Grove, Haley Newman had 17 points, 10 rebounds, and Peyton Downs had 14 points. 3 of those 4 players have graduated, with the one lone key cog is Violet Richmond back here for Maple River. 2-2 in the last 4 meetings. The last Oak Grove win here in this series coming back for the Grovers as they won 64-61 2 years ago here in Fargo. For the Raiders, in game number 1, efficient. They hit 5 3-pointers, only had 9 turnovers. They went 5 of 10 from the free throw line. After tonight for Maple River, they will partake in the Barnes County Girls Basketball Tournament. That'll be on Tuesday. They will tangle with the Enderlin Eagles at 7:30. We'll have that for you on yourliveevent.com from Valley City State University. Well, for Fargo Oak Grove, they will make their way to Mayville for a date with the Mayport CG Patriots on Tuesday night. Then come back here to Oak Grove on December the 12th against Hillsborough Central Valley. We'll have that for you on yourliveevent.com, and then have their region opener in Lisbon on December the 16th. For the Grovers back, Sophie Geiger, an all-region selection from last year, the 5'7" senior, hit 49 3-pointers, averaging 14 points per game here for Coach Chad Slider. We'll talk about the seniors coming back here in a few moments for the Grovers. But we'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll take a look at your latest girls basketball poll and also your out-of-town scoreboard. That and more still to come tonight from downtown Fargo on our IRA Insurance pregame show.
Home Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Sywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro is your one-stop shop for gifts and home improvements. Check out the huge display of DeWalt power tools. They accept Hillsboro Christmas cash, making holiday shopping even easier. And explore all major name brand appliances, floor covering, cabinets, windows, doors, and much more. Find everything you need for all seasons, including this special holiday season when you shop at Sywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro, open Monday through Saturday.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
Already one varsity game wrapped up here tonight across the region. We had it for you on yourliveevent.com. The Kindred Vikings impressive in their season opener over the Barnesville Trojans, picking up a 58-31 win for Kindred, as the Kindred Vikings, the fifth-rated team in the Division A basketball poll. Also in the East, a little top-heavy with Valley City, the returning state champs, now newly minted number 1. The Carrington Cardinals number 2 with Thompson number 3. South Prairie Max is number 4 with Kindred number 5. That again is your top 5 in Division A. In Division B, the Raiders holding firm at number 3 for Maple River. Benson County, the defending champs, they're number 1, receiving all first place votes of 18. Berthold number 2, Lemoore Litchfield Marion, the Lobos number 3. We'll see the Lobos in the Barnes County tournament coming up next week in Valley City. And Tioga out west, they are number 5. Your out-of-town scoreboard also tonight on yourliveevent.com. Hillsboro Central Valley at Central Cash. Josh Boyko on the call for you on that one. You have Richland at Lemoore Litchfield Marion and Enderlin visiting the Hankinson Pirates. That is a non-district matchup between the Eagles and the Pirates. For a complete rundown of games, go to our website or simply subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's yourliveevent.com, or search YouTube and search Your Live Event. And also back on Tuesday, Northern Cass picked up a win over the Lisbon Broncos to earn a win here in the Region 1A standings. For the Grovers, 10-12 last season, losing to Wahpeton in the Region 1 quarterfinals from the Shack. The Huskies have ended the Grovers season the last 2 years in the Region 1 quarterfinals, while for the Maple River Raiders, they're one game away from state, going 19-7, losing to Benson County in a state qualifier. We'll take a timeout. We come back after this on the pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. We'll get to our coaches' conversation. It's the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers and the Maple River Raiders. We'll hear from Nathan Hoots when we return here on yourliveevent.com.
For the last 25 years, Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties has been serving the real estate needs of Fargo Moorhead and the surrounding communities. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Carlita is ready to help you evaluate the market and make the right choice for you. Take the first step into selling into your next home by calling Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties at 701-367-5918. Experienced, confident, qualified. Carlita Dietz.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com, local voices from local radio.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
On our pregame show here today, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. It is game number 2 for the Raiders, season opener for the Grovers. Joining us from Maple River's perspective as a head coach, Nathan Hoots. This interview brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. Hoots' biggest thing to the team was what? From Tuesday night, having a practice yesterday, and then getting ready for game number 2 with a quick turnaround against the Grovers. What was the message to your team after a nice season opening win against Medina Pinger Buchanan?
I think embrace physicality that's going to come tonight whenever you come and play a Class A team. Typically, it's officiated a little bit, I don't want to say looser, but a lot more stuff is allowed. We went through that when it was a 2-class system. And so, just playing through contact, we didn't do a lot of physical drills yesterday, but just continued to emphasize that verbally to them that they're going to have to be ready for 32 minutes of rough basketball tonight.
2-2 in the last 4 meetings against Oak Grove, whether it was the old Class B Region 1 or what we've seen the last couple of years. What stands out when you go up against a Chad Slider team here on the court, Hoots?
Constant energy. We know 32 minutes of defensive pressure, whether it's in the half court or the full court. Every single possession they try to win, which makes it difficult on you. It wears on you throughout the game. Last year, I think we had 35 points in the first half. We had a 20-point lead. And then 5 minutes later, I swear it was down to 10. They never give up. He does a tremendous job of just preaching one possession at a time, and it's going to be a battle. We know that. Doesn't matter. If we finish the year with 3 wins or they finish with 3 wins, this game's going to be good.
When we go from your perspective here, Lila Richmond, we talked about her a little bit on the post-game show, but coming off the bench with 2 made threes, she had 10 rebounds as well against MPB. Just kind of what did you see from her in terms of just making the most of where she was on the floor, whether it's defense or offensively in the season opener?
Yeah, she did a really good job for us. Just extremely active as an offensive and defensive rebounder, and It's hard for high school coaches to preach roles to kids because everybody wants to be the star. Lila doesn't want to be the star. Lila wants to be a key cog in an efficient wheel, and she does a really good job of understanding what her job is. That is moving the basketball on offense, knocking down open shots, playing good man defense when we ask her to, being active on the offensive defensive boards, and she's embraced that, and I love that.
Final thing that I'll ask for you, so going up against the Grovers here, I know a little bit different with no Downs or new Newman as we've seen the last couple of years, but is it rebounding? Is it control the pace? What's the one thing you have to do well against Oak Grove here tonight?
We need to control not the pace, we need to control the boards. Last year, that's what got them back into the game. We shot well early, and that kind of got us into a false sense of security, and we didn't rebound well. And then the ball started not going in the basket in the second half, and we still didn't rebound well. We have to make sure that they do not get second chance points throughout the game. We did a good job of that on Tuesday, and we hope to be able to do that again tonight.
Hoots, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here this evening.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And again, Nathan Hoots, head coach from Maple River. We'll continue with more after this here from Fargo. As an American Family Insurance agent, Chris and Monica Heisey look out for what matters to you most, even when nothing is wrong. These days, everyone wants to save money, and they can show you how easy it is to have multiple policies by combining your auto and homeowner's insurance. Let Chris Heisey Agency with American Family Insurance put some change back into your pocket. For more info, visit chrisheisey.com. That's chrisheisey.com for all the details.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
As we continue on our pregame show here tonight from downtown Fargo, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance, it's the Oak Grove Grovers going up against the Raiders of Maple River here for the season opener for Oak Grove, game number 2 of the year for Maple River. Joining us from the Grovers' perspective is head coach, that is Chad Slider. This interview brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. And Chad, game number 1, no matter who you're playing, what's the biggest thing you want to see from your club for 4 quarters of basketball here tonight?
I think the biggest thing is just somebody different. You know, we've been practicing for about 2.5 weeks and going against each other. We have tried some different things. We got a scout team that we bring in of some boys in school, and that was kind of fun, and everybody had fun. But for us to get on the floor and have that real competition to start the season, we're looking forward to that. And then just a carryover of some things that we've been doing in practice. We've put in some different offenses, changed some strategies on defense. So we're excited to see what those changes look like and what they harvest for us tonight.
The one thing with Maple River, 2 wins for Maple River, 2 wins for the Grovers in the last 4 meetings. This is an old Class B Region 1 matchup. So just what's one thing about Maple River that'll challenge you here tonight, Chad?
They're always aggressive. You know, they come out and they get after you. They try to create havoc on the defensive end. They're going to trap. They're going to chase. They try to play fast. So it's very similar to what we want to do and what we try to do. So I think we mirror each other very well. And it's funny because we always, Hoots and I talk in the summer, it seems like we always end up playing each other about 3 times every summer too. So yeah, it's that old rivalry, and it's fun for us to start off the season with that non-conference schedule.
For the 5 seniors that are on the roster this season, what's one thing you want to see from them early on in the year and kind of be leaders, and for some of them develop some new roles, maybe what they have been as juniors or sophomores at the varsity level here, Chad?
Yeah, that's exactly it. We have an intriguing roster because we've got 5 seniors that have been in our program since I took over as 8th graders. So they know what the expectations are. They know what we want. And then some of them will settle into some different roles because we graduated 4 other seniors last year. So finding their place, finding their rhythm. They provide great leadership for our younger girls. We've got, I think, 5 new girls on the varsity this year that are really good players, and they're going to kind of be doing the same thing, settling into some roles and finding their niche. So we're excited about the combination and the blend that we have on our roster.
Final thing that I ask you, Chad, in this particular matchup, but more so throughout the course of December, January, and February, before you get to that regional basketball tournament, what's a trait that you want to see from this team, particularly early on with the Raiders, with the Burros, with the Broncos coming up here for the first handful of games on the season?
I'd really like to see our confidence level go up. I think one of the things that we've really tried to change in our program is just the ability to score. I remember we were talking as coaches last week when we took over 5 years ago that we weren't great shooters. We had to rely on getting baskets, in the lane and getting high percentage shots, where now we're kind of more of a 3-point team. And I would love for our team to continue to build that confidence and be able to take those shots. And if we miss a couple, that's fine. One of the things I've been telling the girls this year is, so what? If you miss a shot, so what? Go get it again. Hopefully tonight we can start that and continue to build on that throughout the season.
Hey, Chad, as always, good to see you. Happy holidays and best of luck throughout the year.
You as well. Thanks, Chase.
And again, Chad Slider, head coach of the Oak Grove Grovers. We'll continue with more after this here in Fargo on your livevent.com.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Those interviews brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. Go the man that wants a shot at your business and can cover your can at djcoulter.com. That again is djcoulter.com. It's the Maple River Raiders and the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. We'll continue with more after this and get to our starting lineups and the opening tip here from downtown Fargo for North Dakota High School girls basketball.
Inc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page. Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
Maple River Raider fans, it's game time. Your high school athletes are giving it their all, and they need you in the stands, on the sidelines, and behind the scenes. So grab your gear, bring the noise, and show your Raider pride all season long. Let's rally behind the Raiders and make a difference.
On behalf of the Raider volleyball team, we thank you for your support.
Go Raiders! To the near side, Sophia Satcham, get up and put it down.
From Raider football, thanks for your support.
Money, and Warren is gone. Touchdown, Maple River.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro is your one-stop shop for gifts and home improvements. Check out the huge display of DeWalt power tools. They accept Hillsboro Christmas cash, making holiday shopping even easier. And explore all major name brand appliances, floor covering, cabinets, windows, doors, and much more. Find everything you need for all seasons, including this special holiday season when you shop at Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro, open Monday through Saturday.
If you have ideas about building plans for the next year, whether it's a new farm, shop, home, garage, or something else, now is the perfect time to start planning. Ada Building Center, LLC, Highway 200 East Edge in Ada, recommends beginning the process now for securing your contractors and getting price quotes early. The team at Ada Building Center, LLC will help you explore ideas, draw up designs, and make sure your building goes smoothly. 218-784-3661 or check out adabuildingcenter.com. Ada Building Center, your project starts here.
As we come back here and we put a bow on our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance, we get you ready for the starting lineups here as well, coming up in a moment for the Maple River Raiders in their blue uniforms. Well, for the Grovers, they are in their white uniforms. The Raiders head coach Nathan Hoots, 1-0 on the season, coming off a 65-33 win against Medina Pinger Buchanan back on Tuesday night. Violet Richmond, the 5'8 sophomore guard, 17 points and 7 rebounds in the opener. Lila Richmond, the 5'5 senior guard, the elder sister, 6 points and 10 rebounds. You got Sophia Satcham, the 5'11 freshman forward, 7 points and 5 boards against the Thunder. Carly Hovelson, a 5'6 junior guard, leading the floor with 18 points and 4 rebounds. And Claire Irie, the 5'9 senior forward, with 8 points and 4 boards. A pair of Richmond, Satcham, Hovelson, and Irie. The Raiders head coach is Nathan Hoots, with Tony Wendell and Mark Frost on the assistants. We go from there to the Grovers wearing their white uniforms here tonight. Head coach in his 5th season at the helm here for Oak Grove is Chad Slider, and this is their season opener. The Grovers will go like this: an all-region returner from a season ago, the 5'7 senior guard in Sophie Geiger, 14 points and made 49 three-pointers for Geiger last season. McCall Johnson, a 5'9 junior forward, followed by Peyton Hansen, a 5'9 freshman guard, averaged 4 points and 3 rebounds as an 8th grader. Rachel Christensen, awfully good in volleyball for their setter, the 5'9 junior, and Carolyn DeYoung, the 6'2 senior center. It's Geiger, Johnson, Hansen, Christensen, and DeYoung. Chad Slider, the head coach here for Oak Grove. Emily Johnson, as alongside Sophie Sparrow, the assistants here for the Grovers. That is our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all, from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieINS.com. That again is IrieINS.com to get a free quote started today. Chase Miller, Chris Crick with you here in downtown Fargo as we get you ready for our first month, or our first part of the weekend coming up here in the month of December. Opening tip at 7:05, and we're underway for high school girls hoops here in Fargo tonight. 4 8-minute quarters, a 35-second shot clock in both Division B and Division A. As you see Richmond driving, leave it, Satcham, left elbow jumper is off the iron, no good. Good box out on the interior by Johnson. This is going to feel like an up-and-tempo game with these two teams on how they want to play. A lot of guard variety. Here is Violet Richmond on the guard there of Geiger. With it now with the backhand, it's going to be Johnson. This one will be off the mark by Christensen. Skies and gets the rebound. Christensen looking for a teammate, finds one. Geiger, three-pointer's going to go long, and Lila Richmond gets her 11th board of the season. Lila on the outlet to the younger sister, Violet. Violet one-handed pass on the inside. Satcham off the window, no good look. Irie goes for the loose ball. It's a jump, and the arrow will favor Fargo Oak Grove. One thing that the Raiders did well against Medina Pinker Buchanan on Tuesday night was that transition game. They made the most out of their opportunities and will look to do so here. Geiger is a player that can go off. She erupted for 39 points last season, a school record in one game, and she is being nearly face-guarded right now by Violet Richmond. Young gonna leave it. Right-handed side three-pointer off the mark, no good by Hanson, and Lila Richmond gets her second rebound and a foul. Full court pressure defense, and this one will be on the aforementioned Geiger, her first and the team's first. And as we've seen since the three-division system, 8-minute quarters, you have 5 fouls in each. Then it goes to the double bonus. So you get 4, but once you commit 5, you'll shoot 2 at the free throw line for the remainder of said quarter. Violet Richmond, ankle cross left to right, then just nearly throws it away as she thought Hovelson was to the right, and that'll be a turnover here on Maple River. Raiders came out to a 12-2 start against Medina Pinker Buchanan in the opening 2.5 minutes on Tuesday. But here against the Grovers right now, Oak Grove one and done on the defensive side against Maple River. Who's going to get that first bucket of the game? Christensen wants it. Shots off the mark. Rebound, though, will come down to Johnson, her second. And this will be tipped and out of bounds. Last touch here off a Raider hand, and it will be Grover basketball. As the Grovers will inbound it right in front of the Raiders bench here, as they will see it with Johnson. Johnson finds Hanson. That's going to be a nice 1-2 combination in the backcourt this season for Coach Slider with Hanson and Geiger. The one thing for the Grovers as the season goes is who can be a scorer with Geiger, but that's a nice pass to Johnson to Geiger for 2, and the opening 2 points on the City Hope scoreboard goes to the Grovers. Violet Richmond gets doubled. Pass is going to get intercepted. Johnson goes up the floor with it, finds a streaking Christensen in for 2. Rachel Christensen makes it a 4-0 run here for Oak Grove. Second turnover of the game for Maple River. Violet Richmond going to get doubled here. Richmond gets out of it, finds it to Irie now. Irie back up top to Lila. Lila top of the key, reverse it to Hovelson. Hovelson with a right-handed dribble, batted out of bounds by Geiger. Interesting matchup here in terms of who is guarding who. And right now the Grovers are really coming and hedging hard on Violet Richmond, particularly when she's going to drive Christensen on the guard of Violet, while you have Geiger on the guard of Hovelson. This one gets inbounded. Lila Richmond with it. Now left-handed side to Violet. Violet will step into a rainbow 3 on the way. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Satcham, no. Ball gets tapped out of bounds, and it will be Maple River basketball. Satcham gets the loose ball, and he eventually sees another chance here for the Raiders. Shot clock to 33. Hovelson on the inbounds, but she turns it away. Christensen gets the steal. Full court pressure defense, and Violet's going to pick up a foul, her first, and the team's first. Not the start from a Raider perspective here for Coach Nathan Hoots on what they're seeing. Trying to see that first one go through the bucket right now, while for the Grovers, after not scoring for the opening 90 seconds, able to get a 2-pointer at a layup by Geiger, a transition layup by Christensen. They lead it by 4. Hanson, top of the key, one-handed pass inside to Young, gets double. Kick out to Johnson, extra find to Geiger. Geiger for 3, going to be off the mark. Young, though, gets the rebound. A second chance at it. No, rebound gets tapped around, eventually out of bounds, and it will be Grover basketball. Hallie Bisset will check in. Also, Abigail Kaloran, as Hovelson and Lila Richmond will check out here for the Raiders. And Grover's to inbound it with Geiger here. Finds it to Hanson, who's open. Hanson doesn't shoot the 3. Geiger pass inside. Good ball movement to DeYoung off the left block. Can't get it. Hallie Bisset comes in, but then throws it away. Gets the rebound, then looking for a teammate, throws it away. Here goes Geiger. Step back 3, no good. And a board coming down to Violet Richmond. Richmond wants to run, as the Raiders will see it at the left wing. Set up the offense. Here goes Abigail Kaloran from 17. That'll go long. Rebound to Hanson. Peyton Hansen going to bring it up the front court here at the free throw line. Stop, gives it to Geiger. Geiger takes a screen back up top to Christensen. Reverse it around now to Johnson. 4 out, 1 in. The one is DeYoung. And this one gets hit right in the noggin to Bissett. But with it is Geiger. She gets fouled and counted. It's an end one for the senior. Geiger now with 4. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. You get the bounce. Get it with Geiger. Then the body just wasn't set. Looks to be on Kaloran, as this one will be the and one, and Kaloran picks up the foul, her first, and the team's second. And right now, from the Grover perspective, how much can they balloon this lead before the Raiders get a bucket? A little tight right now from a Raider perspective. Free throw is up, and it's good. Geiger now with 5. Substitutions here for the Grovers as Harper Brunsville, the 5'7 sophomore, will check in. Also, Taylor Euchre, the 5'7 senior forward. I think of Euchre, I think of one man in broadcasting, the old Milwaukee Brewer great with Bob Euchre. As we see this one now with Violet Richmond. Help comes late, so Richmond's on a drive kick open. Irie passes up a 3. Irie goes hard inside, and then Euchre is going to be called for the foul. Grover faithful wanted a jump ball. It will be in the act of shooting as Irie will head to the free throw line. As we'll see this one here for Taylor, her first and the team's second. Irie with her first free throw attempt of the season. The Raiders were 5 of 10 at the stripe against the Thunder back on Tuesday. Free throw is up and free throw is good. So first point of the game comes at the 4:24 mark here in the first quarter for Maple River. Sometimes it just takes one to go through the cylinder to get a couple more points coming as Irie goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. As will come in for a checking in will be the junior center in Aaliyah Hannig as Irie will check out. Hannig now will go guard Carolyn DeYoung, the 6'2 senior center. Well, full court pressure defense by the Raiders. Able to break it is Hansen in the front court. Hansen sees this one, looking for a teammate, then airmails it out of bounds. Turnover number 1 for the Grovers. Up next for Oak Grove, they will have a game at Mayport CG on Tuesday. The Raiders will open up the Barnes County Girls Basketball Tournament against Enderle on Tuesday night. This is blocked. With it on the inside goes Rachel Christensen, and she nabs it away from Hannig. Christensen driving. Christensen trying to go coast to coast off the front iron. There's a foul. Foul will be assessed here on the Raiders. This will be on Abby Kaloran, her second, team's third, and 2 free throws upcoming for Rachel Christensen. Christensen, 2 points and a pair of rebounds so far. Free throw attempt number 1 is up, and it's good. Subbing in back into the game is Hovelson for the Raiders, while for the Grovers, Geiger set to check in. Work and play in Hope, North Dakota. From job listings to housing options, you can search hopend.com. That's hopend.com. 3 for 3 are the Grovers from the free throw line, and all 3 made by Geiger and Christensen. Christensen with 4 points. Geiger's got 5. That makes up the Grovers 9. 2 points so far by Irie here for the Raiders, but they're still in search of their first field goal of the opening quarter. Hovelson trying to back her defender down, gives it up top to Satcham. Left-handed side goes Violet. Violet fakes a 3, takes a couple of dribbles, back to Hovelson. Hovelsen's going to cut to the paint, a teardropper from the left-hand side, in and out, no good, and a rebound to DeYoung. DeYoung on the outlet, gives it to Brunsville. Look at Brunsville attack off the window, and there's a foul. Violet Richmond came in just a little late into the semicircle here, the restricted arc, and the foul will be on Violet. That's her second. So for Coach Hoots, Kaloran and Violet Richmond both with 2. Free throws upcoming here for Brunsville. The 5'7 sophomore guard for the Grovers sees the first one up and in. Substitution as Lila Richmond will check in. As checking out here will be Carly Hovelson. Nope, make that Violet Richmond. And now we'll see free throw attempts number 2 on the way here for Brunsville. The third different Grover to get in the scoring column here. Largest lead of the game at 8. Free throws up and good. And a timeout here for Coach Chad Slatter. Will break as well on the City Hope scoreboard. It's 11-2 Grovers.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
High school basketball here today on YourLiveEvent.com. It's 11-2 in favor of the the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers as return to action here with Hallie B set to inbound the basketball as she does. A little full court pressure defense by Coach Chad Slider, a little 2-2-1. Hovelson trying to get out of a trapping lane. Hansen is there, and this will be a jump ball. Hovelson walked right into it with Hansen. They were trying to spring the trap and kind of bait the player, and it's exactly what Hovelson did, kind of went into the double team. And eventually the Raiders, though, will get the ball back. As Hovelson sets up the offense, been all-man pressure here by the Grovers. Hovelson, drive, kick, B set, right pocket three on the way is up long. Rebound. This one will be won by Brunsvold. Brunsvold wants to run, finds it now to Hansen. Hansen on the pass, leaves it off the window. No good after the shot by Euchre. Board comes down to Hovelson. Hovelsen's going to drive Hovelson to the paint. Hovelson up off the window. No, as the Raiders just can't buy a bucket here in the opening quarter. Brunsvold finds Geiger in transition. Geiger off the window. Hansen, though, going to follow, and she finishes for two. Peyton Hansen, 2 points and 2 rebounds. All Grovers here in the opening 5.5 minutes. Satchram will see it with Hovelson. Hovelson with the pass, and there's going to be a foul. This one will be against Euchre. Her second team starting with no Violet Richmond on the floor. Also changes some pieces here from the Raiders on who's going to handle that point guard. Hovelson, B set, Lila Richmond probably going to be your main contributors from that perspective, but early season games, you want to see how different in terms of lineups will kind of put you in, and this will be a different lineup for Coach Nathan Hoots throughout the course of a season as well, with both Abigail Kaloran and Violet Richmond, 2 ball handlers on the bench with 2 fouls. Hovelson bounce pass inside Santrum, leaves it now to Hanig. Jumper from 15 will go long, and Brunsvold gets her 3rd rebound off the bench. Brunsvold will see this one here, gets by Hovelson to the baseline. Now up top, that'll go to Johnson. Reverse it all the way around. Open, Geiger, that's dangerous. 3 is good. Geiger with their first made 3-pointer of the season, and a timeout here for Maple River. 2:17 left to play in the opening half. In the opening quarter, that is. It's all Grovers up by 14.
For top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment. If you're dreaming of a new home or looking to refinance, get in touch with First Class Mortgage. They make the process simple, fast, and local. Their team knows the Red River Valley, and they're here to help you with the right loan, with the best rate, and personal service every step of the way. Whether it's your first home, your forever home, or anything in between, choose First Class Mortgage, where your story begins. Visit firstclasscorp.com or stop by the office in Fargo.
A pair of timeouts for both Oak Grove and Maple River. 2 total here in the quarter, but right now it is Fargo Oak Grove well out in front by 14, as again the Raiders just looking to get that first field goal of the game. And Santrum chases this one down on the baseline, leaves it to Hanig. Hanig sees it now to Lila Richmond. She can hit one. 3-pointers off to Martineau. Ball gets pinballed around, and Hanig gets the offensive rebound. As she does, then a jump ball here with Brunsvold and Santrum, and the arrow will make its way towards towards Oak Grove. Give credit, though, to the Grovers' defense. They're sticky right now. They're flying all over, getting double teams in the post. They're making it difficult on this Raiders offense. Maple River 2-3 zone here. Geiger with the basketball, leaves it right-handed side to Johnson. They go on the baseline now to Christensen. Christensen bounce pass to DeYoung. Open Geiger, top of the key for 3. Off the iron, and a rebound by Hovelson That'll be a good box. Christensen was the new season of address, as Christensen will pick up the foul. It'll be her first, team's fourth, and give Hovelson a nice box out. Let's see if they stay in the 2-3 zone moving forward here for Maple River, or if that was just one possession. Full court press. Hovelson able to see it to Sandstrom. Sandstrom right-handed layup up and good for two. Sandstrom with the first field goal of the game coming at the 1:32 mark for Maple River. Give the assist to Hovelson. They will stay in that 2-3 zone. Christensen leaves it to Johnson. Johnson finds a cutting Geiger. Passes it to Brunsvold, the right wing three-pointer on the way. Book it! Harper Brunsvold with the three. She's got 5. Get Geiger the assist. Hovelson making her way. Hovelson lost it on the way up on a foul. Here will be on the Grovers, and Hovelson will head to the line. Johnson with her first, enough to pick up the body foul here. That'll be the team's 5th, and 2 free throws here for Hovelson. Hovelson, 3 of 6 from the free throw line against Medina Pinker Buchanan back on Tuesday night in the Raider Activity Center. As Hovelson, first of 2 is up, and it is off the front iron. Checking into the game will be Claire Irie. As checking out is Aaliyah Hannig. As Maple River will see free throw attempt number 2 here from Hovelson. The 5'6" junior guard coming off a ACL injury from a season ago. Able to see this one go up and in. Becomes a third Raider in the scoring column. Maple River back within 14. Can the Raiders get a stop and a bucket to try to get it back to 12 or 11? Well, for the Grovers, been really good so far offensively here in this opening quarter. Brunsvold open, shooting, and burying another one. Oh, the sophomore has her second 3 of the night. Hovelson able to cross over, get to the paint, bounce pass to Irie, shot fake, Claire open, she'll shoot, and she will see this one in and out. Rebound, though, to Hovelson. Hovelson then gets fouled. They're not going to count it. It's on the floor. Hovelson will go to the line to shoot 2. It was before the shot. No continuation here. This will be on Carolyn DeYoung. So the Grovers have 2 fouls on Euchre, everybody else with 1 or none. While for Maple River again, the 2 fouls on Kaloran and Violet Richmond. And they're going to say it was on the ground here before the shot. Just making sure as the shot was good on the continuation. So they're going back through it just to make sure. 22-5 again in favor of Oak Grove. One thing that Chad Slatter talked about is the ability to score for this Grover club throughout the season, saying, hey, it's okay to miss. You're going to miss. Just keep on shooting and have confidence to continue to shoot. They've made 3 threes so far, 2 by Brunsvold and 1 by Geiger, as they both have 8 points each between the pair. Hovelson, second free throw attempt is good. For Oak Grove here, they'll see now a man pressure defense by the Raiders. They had good ball movement against that 2-3. DeYoung leaves it left and inside Brunsvold. Brunsvold's going to drive, hang, shoot, shot. It's good. Oh, Brunsvold, have yourself a first quarter. She's got 10, but Geiger's going to pick up her second foul, and it will be free throws here for Hallie Bisset. So Geiger's going to pick up her second. That's large, as we'll see coming into the game as Hansen will check in, as Hallie Bisset will make her way to the free throw line. First free throw attempt on the way for Hallie is good. Substitution into the game. Geiger will check out. Coming in will be Peyton Hansen. So both teams with a couple of fouls to some key cogs on the perimeter and 1 on the interior, as Bisset goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. Grovers can hold for the final shot of the quarter, though, with Peyton Hansen, the freshman. Hansen sees this one to Christensen. Christensen looking for a cutting Brunsvold. Nothing there. She hands this off to DeYoung, going back door, and this one will be out of bounds. Looking for that old Princeton back cut, but instead they throw it into the Raider bench. And if you're Maple River, 9.8 seconds to use and maybe get fouled and get some more free throws. Hovelson goes by Brunsvold, and there's the foul. Brunsvold's not going to be happy. She's going to say that I was standing in place, that Carly came into me, but regardless, not completely in front of a driving Hovelson, hits the side of the body, so Hovelson will see 2 free throw attempts Foul will be on Brunsvold, her first. 2, 4, 6, 8 fouls on the Grovers here in this first quarter, where you got 4 for Maple River. Free throw attempt for Hovelson is good. 3 for 5 from the stripe here for Hovelson. Second free throw attempt to try to cut this deficit down to 14. And able to do so, checking in will be Hanig. And she will check in for Hovelson here. Maple River can't foul. If they do, it'll be 2 free throws here for the Grovers. With it, Hansen gets across the timeline now to Brunsvold with 2. Brunsvold with 1. Brunsvold, teardropper to beat the horn, is short. That's how we'll end our first quarter play. Grovers lead by 14 on the City of Hope scoreboard.
Hometown Community Bank serves both the Hope Page and Maple Valley School Districts in Page and Fingal, North Dakota. If you're interested in an ag loan, real estate, consumer, commercial, or HELOC, give Dwight a call at either branch location. Reach out to Janine about investing in a certificate of deposit or save by opening a money market account. Proudly supporting the Maple River Raiders and wishing the athletes and coaches a successful year. Hometown Community Bank is an equal housing lender and member of the FDIC.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Back here on our City of Hope scoreboard, Chase Miller alongside Chris Crick with you here on this Thursday night. Thank you so much for tuning in to our broadcast here on yourliveevent.com. Still to come, we'll get to our First Class Mortgage halftime show. Take a look at the opening 16 minutes, break it down, let you know what's coming up next for Grover and alongside Raider Athletics, particularly from the girls' hoop season. Boys basketball just getting into their practices with their season openers coming up next week from the B and A perspective. Double A gets going this weekend. There's a nice crossover by Violet Richmond, and when she can heat up, it can be a difference here for the Raiders. Violet sees this one, and she picks up her third foul. Tough as Hansen lost the ball. Richmond went to go glove it, so to speak, and Violet will pick up the foul, her third, team's first, and Hallie Bisset will check in for Violet Richmond. And this is one of those things early on this season, if you're a Raider perspective, the ball's going to go through Violet Richmond. So when she is out on the bench, who can be that, again, scorer, point guard, someone to get the ball into the offense. Christensen leaves it. Brunsvold, she's had a whale of a game. Misses this one, though. Good box out on the inside by Satrum. As the Raiders here with Kaloran. Kaloran in the front court, guarded by Brunsvold. The Grovers picked up a wholesale of fouls in the opening quarter. Ball will go now to Irie. Irie trying to get by Hansen, able to do so here. Going to force a tough shot from the baseline. No good. As Bisset comes in, it's off of a shin. Just a matter of off of blue or off of white, and they'll say it's off of white. So good job by Hallie, causing some havoc, if you will, to get the ball back here for the Raiders. Ball never drew irons, so the shot clock stays at 16. Bisset will see this one here. Drive kick to Hanig, top of the key. 3! Tickles the twine from 19-9. Hanig with the triple, and the Raiders, all things considered, are back within single digits. Christensen up top to Euchre. They'll reverse it. Bisset jumped the passing lane and nearly got the turnover. Well, if you're Maple River, you're down one time at 16-2. You didn't have your first field goal to the 132 mark. Being down 9 right now, not the worst thing. For the Grovers, I'll see it with Brunsvold here. Brunsvold looking inside. Now it goes up top. Christensen, 3 for the answer. Rachel Christensen hits the fourth made triple tonight here for the Grovers. Kaloran at the right wing, crossing over right to left, looking for the teardropper inside. Count it, but they're going to say it's fouled on the floor. Kaloran with a nice right to left cross. As this one, they'll say it was before the shot. If you're Nathan Hoots, you're asking that looked pretty much during the shot. The foul will be on Brunsvold. Then for the Grovers, they'll have their third player with 3 fouls. As Lainey Caspers will check in. So Brunsvold, Geiger, and Euchre all with 2 right now here from the Grover perspective in terms of fouls. Kaloran with the pass. This one will get deflected, goes through the hands of Hanig, and eventually a turnover. Christensen will see it now. Christensen going hard off the window, no good. Rebound will be on the inside to Euchre, and then there's a foul underneath. Foul will be assessed here on the Raiders. Want to be on Hanig, but they'll say it's on Hallie Beeset. Her first, team's second of the quarter. Christensen to inbound at a fresh 35 on the shot clock. Grovers, though, they don't need 35 seconds. Christensen might have got away with the walk. Sees it here at the top, leaves it left-handed side, extra pass now to Euchre. Back to Kaspers. Christensen gives it to Hansen now. Hansen guarded by Beeset. Leaves it back to Kaspers here. Shot clock to 15. Ball gets deflected eventually by the hands of Sandstrom. It'll go to Beeset. Beeset will see this one to Irie. And it's still loose, and eventually a turnover here on the Raiders. Good hustle by Hansen to get the steal and eventually the turnover. Hansen now sees it front court. Jumper from 15 is up and off the mark, no good. Kaloring clears the window. Maple River looking to get back within 10 or 9. Kaloring, nice crossover into the paint. Teardropper, no. Rebound comes down to Euchre, her second. Christensen will see this now in the front court. Reverse pivots. Extra pass, Kaspers with the three from 21 feet. That'll go long. Rebound to Christensen, her third. Christensen gets tied up, finds Johnson left wing off the backboard, no. Hanig gets the rebound. Hanig's got her second as the Raiders, with 5:15 left to play in the half, bring it to the front court. Kaloran finds Hanig, left-handed side to Satchram. Back up top to Kaloran. She'll launch. She'll shoot. The three is off the iron. No good. And a board coming to Peyton Hansen. Hansen's got numbers. It's a 2-on-1 bounce pass. Christensen give to the go. And got it for the end one. Hansen now has 4. Give Christensen the assist. And a 3-point play upcoming for the Grovers. Kaloran will pick up her third, as Violet Richmond will check in for Kaloran with Lila Richmond and Hovelson with Irie and Beeset. Well, for the Grovers, Addison Hunt, the 5'10 sophomore, going to get a run here for Fargo Oak Grove. 29-15 here as the Grovers have a chance to double up the Raiders. Free throw is up off the mark, no good. Rebound will get tipped out here in the hands of Lila Richmond. Violet crossing over. Violet going to drive. Bounce pass goes to Hovelson. Right pocket three coming. Yes, sir. Carly Hovelson now with 7. Give the assist to Violet Richmond. Grovers will launch. The three is going to be short by Hunt. Rebound by Satchram. Quickly on the outlet goes to Lila. Finds Hovelson. Hovelson thought about another three. Gives it to Hanig. They reverse it to Violet. Violet's going to get by Hansen on the pass, but Hansen able to bat it out of bounds. If you're Oak Grove, you probably feel like you should be up by 20 right now, but you look up at the clock and it's only 11 points. Maple River with some timely hits here to trim into this deficit. They'll leave it to Hanig. She wants her second three. That'll go long. Rebound tapped on the hands of Satchram. Satchram will leave it. Here goes Violet for 3. Yes, sir. Violet Richmond now at 5, and the boards and the second chances here is what's allowing the Raiders to get back within this one. Back within 8 at the 4-minute mark. Johnson at the right wing finds a cutting Kaspers. Kaspers leaves it up top as this one gets reversed to Euchre. Now to Hansen. Gets by Lila Richmond with the pass. Here goes a three-pointer on the answer. Johnson long. And Satchram's doing a beast on the boards. Her 5th. Violet Richmond, right-handed side in transition. A chance to make it a 2-possession game. Ankle cross, teardropper. Off the mark, no. Rebound. Going to be the hands of the Grovers. Kaspers will see it now, guarded by Satchram. Slows this one up to Hunt. Extra pass to the right-handed side goes Johnson. Johnson thought about it, thought better of it. As the Grovers looking to get something in offensive rhythm right here. It's on the deck. Hansen will see it. Hansen going to drive by Richmond off the window, try to force something, can't go. Rebound goes to Hanig. Now Hovelson finds it to Violet in transition. Violet looking for a teammate, finds her sister, Lila, to Violet. Left pocket three is short. Rebound here to Lila Richmond, but it's a turnover. Goes in the hands of Euchre. Grovers trying to make this a double-digit lead yet again with the made field goal. Hansen leaves it left-handed side to Euchre. Bounce pass to Kaspers. Extra find. Here's a three for Hunt. The knuckler in and out, no good. And a rebound to Satchram. And we'll see a timeout here for Maple River. 2:48 left to play in the opening half. It's a good one. Grovers up by 8.
Hope Page Public Schools are committed to the development of all students by providing a high-quality education that is reflective of the strong values in our communities. The staff at Hope Page Public Schools work each day to enable and inspire students to achieve academic excellence and make positive contributions to our world. Learn more about Hope Page Public Schools by visiting hopepage.k12.nd.us. We are Hope Page, and we will change the world.
After one quarter of play, it was 24-10. So you add them up, 5 points for the Grovers here in the second quarter, while 11 here for Maple River. The Raiders have burned their second time out here. While on the opposite side for the Grovers, able to see into the game Carolyn DeYoung with Hunt, Kaspers, Christensen, and Euchre. A little bit different of a lineup as well for head coach Chad Slider, with Geiger having those 2 fouls. Violet Richmond guarded by Christensen on the crossover. Drive kick to Irie. Leaves it now to Hovelson. Hovelson going to attack the paint. Right-handed side extra fine now to Lila Richmond. As the Raiders here with Irie. 15 seconds. Irie's going to drive block. Shot rebound comes down in the hands here of Kaspers. Kaspers up the floor. As this one will be short off the attempt, but a rebound by Euchre, her third. Extra fine Christensen. Three-pointer's going to go long, and Lila Richmond gets her 5th rebound. And we have a double dribble here on Maple River. Also into the game, Shelby Overland, a 5'8" freshman forward. Got some couple of good minutes for the Raiders back on Tuesday. 4 points and 2 rebounds in a matter of 90 seconds for Maple River. Euchre sees this and will see a traveling violation on the Grovers. That'll be their 4th of the contest. Game that got underway just over a half hour ago here tonight in downtown Fargo. We'll get to our First Class Mortgage halftime show coming up around the corner. As Hovelson will see this at the point guard position. Hovelson's going to drive, leaves it to Overland, back to Hovelson here. Hovelson will launch a three-pointer right wing, no. Rebound goes in the hands and eventually to Irie. Irie gets double, but able to reverse this one around the horn to Violet Richmond. Richmond goes behind the back, loses the pass now to Hovelson, that is. Hovelson's going to drive off the window, can't get it, and a rebound here to Euchre. Kaspers. We'll see this on the pass inside to DeYoung. DeYoung off the front iron, no. Ball's going to be loose and eventually a tie-up, and the arrow will stay with the Grovers. 1:34 left to play here in the opening half. When a very entertaining Division A versus Division B girls basketball game, as Hallie Beeset will check in for Violet Richmond. Playing with those 3 fouls, Hoots will take Violet out for the remainder, more than likely, of this first half. DeYoung to Kaspers as reverse it to Hunt. Now to Christensen. Christensen going to drive. Good bounce pass on the inside of Euchre. Oh, what a honey of a pass by Christensen. Back to a 10-point margin. He couldn't draw that up any better if you're Coach Slider. Hovelson able to spin. Kaspers on the guard. Hovelson right-handed scoop for 2. Hovelson's got 9. 5 points in the quarter. Grovers with Kaspers here. Finds it to Euchre. Extra pass to Christensen. Christensen to Kaspers. Grovers with 20 seconds to work with here on the shot clock, getting in their motion set. Cutting is Christensen. Christensen, good step through. Finishes for 2. Give her an inch. She took the yard. Christensen now with 9. B-set to Richmond. Extra fine Irie. Irie will see it here back to Lila. Reverse it to Overland. Overland to Richmond. Able to reverse it to B-set. Now to Hovelson. Hovelson going to attack on the drive. Lost it. Turnover as Euchre will come up with it. 9th turnover of the game for the Raiders. Grovers near side. Here's a 3. Shot will be off the mark. DeYoung though with the rebound. Trying to get the ball, but then we'll see a foul. This one will be underneath. Foul will be on Hovelson as Christensen was skying for the loose ball. Hovelson, she's got fouls to give. That'll be her first. But another foul here by the Raiders will put the Grovers in the bonus. Satcham will check in for Hovelson as Oak Grove will inbound the basketball and can hold for the final shot of the half. Christensen been solid tonight. Leaves it, and another assist for Christensen. Gives it to DeYoung for 2. Lila Richmond will see it now to Satcham. Satcham back to Richmond. A reverse it to B-set with 5. B-set going to drive to beat the horn short. Satcham, though, can't get it, and that's how we'll end our first half of play. On the City of Hope scoreboard, it's the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers 35, Maple River 23. Halftime show brought to you in part by First Class Mortgages. Coming up.
Oh, jeez. That's a lot of water.
No! Jeez Louise!
This system is packing 70-mile-per-hour winds, golf ball-sized hail, and a fast drop in temperature.
Oh, jeez.
Dave and Cheryl's kitchen started on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez, let's take a look.
Oh, geez, moments happen. Be ready with Irie Insurance.
Maple Valley Parents is a nonprofit organization whose main purpose is to promote, encourage, and support the Maple Valley students, teachers, and staff. MVP strives to strengthen and enhance the educational and social environment of the Maple Valley School District by providing opportunities for students, teachers, and parents to learn, socialize, communicate, and grow together. MVP Group welcomes anyone to join them in their mission. If you'd like to get involved or see upcoming events, check out the Maple Valley Parents Facebook page.
When you think about North Dakota State College of Science, don't think about college. Don't think about desks. Don't think about buildings. Don't think about our expert instructors or our high-tech classrooms. Think about that new pickup you'll soon be driving. Think about decorating your first apartments. Think about that great job that's already waiting for you. Then, think about how you'll be doing all of those things in just 2 years. North Dakota State College of Science, the smarter way to college.
We always say we're a one-stop shop. North Star Ag is a full-service shoreline machinery dealership. So we have the 3 departments: sales, service, parts, fully staffed, have full inventory of all the parts and whole goods needed. We really value the service and the support that any traditional dealership would give you, but we specialize in shorelines. You can give us a call at 701-361-4790 or visit our website at northstar-ag.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
On your First Class Mortgage halftime show, locally owned and operated First Class Mortgage, more than their company name, it's the way they do business. Whether you're buying a new home or refinancing your existing mortgage, their dedicated team takes time to understand your financial situation. For more information, check them out at firstclasscorp.com. That's firstclasscorp.com. Chase Miller alongside Chris Crick with you here on this Thursday night. Taking a look at the first half numbers. The Grovers, 24 points in the first quarter, 11 in the second, with 4 turnovers. The Raiders 10 points in the first quarter, 13 in the second. They have 9 turnovers here in the first half. Grovers, from the team perspective, 5 of 6 from the stripe, 6 players in the scoring column, 4 threes, and they've got 20 rebounds here as well for the Grovers. Well, for the Raiders, 6 players in the scoring column. They're 8 of 10 from the stripe, 3 threes all in quarter number 2, and 23 rebounds. Doing a good job on the board, particularly in quarter number 2 here for Maple River. Individually, the Grovers led by the 10 points of Harper Brunsvold with 2 threes off the bench. Brunsvold with 10 points and 3 boards. Rachel Christensen, 9 points, a handful of assists, and 3 rebounds, also with a made 3. Sophie Geiger, 8 points with 1 made triple. 4 points for Peyton Hansen, 2 for Carolyn DeYoung, and 2 as well for Taylor Euchre. While for the Raiders, led by the 9 points of Carly Hovelson, who's 4 of 6 from the stripe with 3 rebounds. 5 points for Violet Richmond. We have 3 points for Aaliyah Hennig with 3 boards. 2 points for Sophie Satcham, but she's got 7 rebounds for Sophia Satcham. She's got 7 boards. 2 points for Claire Irie, 2 points for Hallie Beeson as well. Lila Richmond with 5 rebounds. And this is our First Class Mortgage halftime show. When we come back, let you know what's coming up for Raider and Grover Athletics around the corner.
Since
1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
We aren't meant to be still. And while you determine the direction you'll go, we're just here to help you along the way. So go. Go with experience. Go with teamwork. Go with neighbors. Go with integrity.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Prairie Supply has the expertise to help you tackle even the toughest jobs, from concrete and rebar to heat and winter construction services. Prairie Supply has extensive product lines with professional on-site solutions you can trust. Prairie Supply is a supplier of construction equipment and materials specializing in, but not limited to, concrete construction. Prairie Supply supporting the hard-working contractors in the field or at the drawing board. Visit prairiesupply.com today.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Come back on our halftime show, brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage. Thursday night football. It's a pair of field goals for Brandon Aubrey and Jake Bates. It's tied at 3, 10 minutes into the contest between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. Here tonight in Fargo, taking a look at this matchup. The Maple River Raiders and the Oak Grove Grovers. Grovers lead it by 12. Looking at the Grovers' perspective, their next game will be Tuesday at Mayport CG. Then they will host the Burros of Hillsborough Central Valley on December the 12th. We'll have that for you right here on YourLiveEvent.com from downtown Fargo. Well, for Maple River, three of their next games will be at Valley City State University Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, partaking in the Barnes County Girls Basketball Tournament. We'll have the BCT for you all week, all 12 games. 4 games on Tuesday with quarterfinal round action beginning at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You can check out the complete schedule at YourLiveEvent.com. Already earlier tonight as well, Kindred with a nice win over Barnesville in their season opener, 58-31. And this evening with Josh Boyko on the call in Castleton, Hillsborough Central Valley tangling with the Squirrels of Central Cass. That does it for our halftime show, brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage. They provide first-class service and first-class knowledge and the lowest interest rates. For more information, check them out on 13th Avenue South and 25th Street in Fargo, or go to their website at firstclasscorp.com. We're back with second half action next here in Fargo.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsborough is your one-stop shop for gifts and home improvements. Check out the huge display of DeWalt power tools. They accept Hillsboro Christmas cash, making holiday shopping even easier. And explore all major name brand appliances, floor covering, cabinets, windows, doors, and much more. Find everything you need for all seasons, including this special holiday season when you shop at Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro, open Monday through Saturday.
Make sure you stay tuned to our post-game show coming up. Once we get there, we'll hear from the victorious members of the winning team, get to our player of the game. That and more still to come here a little bit later on tonight here in Fargo. Season opener for the Grovers out of Division A Region 1, while game number 2 here for Maple River out of Division B Region 1 as we're back to action here in Fargo. The Raiders in their blue uniforms, while the Grovers, they're in their whites. Another 8 minutes go up on the clock on our City of Hope scoreboard. Raiders have cut it down to 8 a couple of times, but can never get it back within 2 possessions in the first half, and that's what they'll try to do here early in the third quarter. For the Grovers, trying to fend him off as they will come up man pressure defense. Speaking of trying to fend him off, Violet Richmond got to the paint, nice little nail cut. She's got 7. As you'll see it now with Peyton Hansen, Johnson, Geiger, Christensen, and DeYoung on the floor here for the Grovers. Well, 4-on-1 in here is going right to the paint is Geiger. She misses, but no one boxed out Hansen. It's still loose. DeYoung, though, will come up with it. This one will go to Johnson. Shot no. Rebound. Kick out Geiger. One more time. 3. This one will be long after the board by Hansen and out of bounds. So the Grovers get a couple of second chance opportunities, unable to cash them in. Violet Richmond taking a screen by Santrum, Hovelson, Kaloran, and alongside Irie on the floor. Off the left hand for 2. Violet, how do you do? It's back to 8. So a little 4-0 run here by the Raiders in the opening 50 seconds of the second half. Geiger open, launching, shooting, and scoring. Geiger in double digits with 11. Her second made triple of the night. Other side of the floor, Irie open, Satchum inside the paint, got it. Double team come and open was Sophia Satchum. She's got 4. Back and forth we go. Buckle up here in the third quarter. Hansen, right wing to Christensen. Takes the ball screen here. Christensen looking for the pick and roll. Nothing there as they give it back to Geiger. Geiger crossing over left to right, backing down Hovelson. Here comes the help. Extra pass will be thrown out of bounds and a turnover here on the Grovers. That'll be their 6th. And here's the old proverbial hill to climb if you're a Maple River Raider fan right now, and that is trying to get this puppy under 8 points. Every time they've had the chance, give the Grovers credit, they've answered either with a stop or a bucket. Hovelson will see it here. The Grovers will switch. Now to Violet Richmond. Richmond trying to get by Christensen. Drive kick, open. Hovelson, 3. This one will go off the front iron. Rebound comes down to Johnson, her 3rd. Johnson, Hansen, bounce pass to Christensen. Christensen looking, spinning, shooting, and scoring. Violet Richmond didn't want to pick up that 4th foul, so Christensen just slow played it. It's back to an 11-point margin. Violet will see it here, taking the ball screen. Violet now to Kaloran. Kaloran with the teardropper from 14, can't get it. Rebound is going to be loose, and last touch will be off of Kaloran. 40-29. It was 35-23 going into the half. As the Raiders, over 2 minutes, have trimmed that deficit down by 1 to 11. Grovers will take that for the remainder of the game. Here's a little flex cut. Christensen trying to bat it. It will be a turnover. Kaloran on the outlet now to Violet Richmond. Violet looking up the floor. Nothing there. Violet slows it up. Passes it now to Hovelson. Hovelson tiptoes the end line. She was on a bounce but got pushed on a bounce by Johnson. That'll be her 2nd, team's first of the quarter. So for Chad Slider, Brunsvold, Geiger, Johnson, and Euchre all with 2. Hallie Bisset will check in here for Claire Irie. Raiders with Violet to inbound the basketball as they give it to Bisset. Hallie uses up that dribble to Kaloran. Kaloran with the right hand, able to spin. Kaloran going hard on the inside, up and in for 2. Kaloran with her first field goal of the 2025-26 season. Was sick back on Tuesday, didn't play against the Thunder, but in the lineup here tonight for Maple River. DeYoung looking backdoor, lost it, trying to get on the back cut to Hansen. Violet Richmond right-handed side to Beeset in transition. Spot up three. He's going to go short. Satcham trying to save it, but it's out of bounds. As Euchre will check in now here for the Grovers. Checking out will be DeYoung. Euchre with 4 rebounds, 2 points so far for the 5'7" senior. Part of 5 seniors on the roster this season for Chad Slider. Aspen Jost getting a couple weeks off after the volleyball season. Hoping to have her back on the floor for a senior guard later on in the year. Here's a lefty three by Johnson. No, rebound goes to Beeset. That's Halley's second pass, though, is going to get intercepted the other side. Leaking and hanging in the weeds for 2 was Peyton Hansen. She was ready for it, and she buried it. Back to 11-point margin. Violet Richmond will see this one here. Taking the ball screen. Violet looking inside. Pass is going to be deflected, and Geiger will come away with the steal. 12th turnover here for the Raiders. Geiger right-handed side to Christensen. Christensen with it. Kaloran coming down to try to double team. Violet going to get on the floor. Able to see this one to Kaloran. Kaloran with the 2-on-2. Kaloran going to drive. Kaloran's going to throw it up, and she gets fouled. Hansen will pick up the foul. Her first, team second, and Kaloran will shoot free throws. Raiders 8 of 10 from the free throw line. This will be the first free throw attempt for the 5'5" sophomore guard of Abigail Kaloran. And Kaloran rims this one in and out. Hannig to check in for Hovelson, while coming in for the Grovers is Harper Brunsvold. Brunsvold with 10 points and 3 rebounds off the bench for the Grovers. As Hansen will check out, free throw attempt number 2 here for Kaloran. Kaloran able to hit that one. Substitution as Lila Richmond will check in for Kaloran. 42-32. Midway through this third quarter of play. Oak Grove with Brunsvold right now with the basketball. As the Grovers, last 4 matchups between these two teams, they've split one on each other's. They've defended home court, as the Grovers won 2 years ago here in Fargo. Last year, Maple River won in Tower City. Brunsvold misses the putback. Satcham able to get the rebound, her 8th. Now it goes up the floor to Violet. Violet on the baseline, leaves it now to Satcham. Satcham able to reverse it, gives this one to Lila. Lila's going to drive with the pass. Christensen batted it right back here to Richmond, as Lila will see this to Violet. Violet will spot up. She'll shoot the three-pointer off the front iron. Rebound will come down to the hands of Johnson, her 4th. But Violet Richmond then able to steal it for a moment, but couldn't keep her balance in the quarter play. Maple River with 3 timeouts remaining. The Grovers, they have 4. It was a 14-point lead after 1 quarter, and then a 12-point lead after 2 quarters here for the Grovers. Brunsvold, right-handed side now to Geiger. Geiger takes a screen. Raiders going to switch. Geiger going to drive on Violet Richmond. Gets the paint, and that's a good one on the move there for Geiger. Seeing that Violet's got 3 fouls, just kind of taking it right to her. She's got now 13 points on the night, does Geiger. Here comes a screen. Violet to the paint. Violet off the window. This one going to miss. Rebound goes to Brunsvold. Brunsvold leads a 2-on-1. Brunsvold going to attack the paint. Left-handed layup in transition. No, Euchre then gets a block shot by Satcham, as Geiger will handle this one. Back to the right wing to Johnson. Brunsvold reverse it to Christensen. Christensen back around the world to Geiger. Geiger thought about a 3. Going to spin on Hannah. Geiger to the paint. High off the window. Can't get it to go. Euchre, though, got her hands on another one, and the arrow will stay with the Grovers. If you're not going to box out Euchre, she is like a heat-seeking missile off an offensive rebound here. That's a 12-point margin at timeout here for Chad Slider. We'll break as well. 2:20 left to play in the third quarter on the City of Hope scoreboard.
West Main Pizza is now serving you from both Ada and Dilworth. The tradition of West Main Pizza continues after 30 years in Ada, and the Rail District location is now open in Dilworth. When you're in town or driving through the area, visit West Main Pizza. For specials, visit West Main Pizza Ada and Rail District Dilworth Facebook page. Both locations open daily at 11 a.m., serving the West Main Pizza menu items you enjoy. West Main Pizza, Ada, and the Rail District in Dilworth. Both are open to serve you daily.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Work and play in Hope, North Dakota. For job listings to housing options, you can search hopend.com. That again is hopend.com. Chase Miller, Chris Crick with you here as the Grovers will inbound the basketball. They'll handle it now with Geiger. Geiger sees this one looking for Johnson, finds her. Extra pass to Christensen as they're going to work it around, as this would be a traveling violation on Brunsvold. They had it on the 2-3 zone. The backside sealed. They were looking for Geiger off the inbounds. For the Grovers, they had 4 turnovers in the first half. They have 6 here in the second. As Oak Grove will stay in this little man pressure defense right now as Violet Richmond sets up the offense. Violet leaves it right-handed side to Kaloran. Kaloran going to cross over. Kaloran going hard to the paint, throws one up off the backboard, can't get it to go. It's a loose ball underneath, and eventually we'll get a jump ball, and the arrow stays with Maple River. Grover's kind of sagging in the weeds, trying to protect the paint on this cutting action against Maple River as the Raiders will inbound the basketball. As this one goes all the way out into the foyer. As Violet Richmond will inbound the basketball as you have the official son looking for a hug from dad right now and gets the hug. And we go back to business as Violet will inbound the basketball here on the baseline. As Richmond will see this one here. Able to inbound it to Lila Richmond. Reverse it to Hennig. That was a dangerous pass. Could have been intercepted. Now to Kaloran. Kaloran at the top of the key, taking the screen by Hennig. Hennig's in a roll, sees this one partially deflected. Rebound Kaloran, put back inside the paint. No, Hennig has it, leaves it off the window, can't get it to go. Some grade A opportunities here for the Raiders. Unable to put it in. Open, Christensen, 3, long, rebound to Lila Richmond, her 6th. Who's going to finish on a flurry here to end the quarter? Could go a long way to, who's going to win this basketball contest. Hennig to Richmond. Richmond trying to get by Geiger, does, finds an open sister to Lila Richmond, now to Irie. Irie, left wing, three-pointer is up, no good. Rebound, one-handed board by Hennig, finds a cunning teammate, goes to Violet Richmond on the baseline. Shot is up, no, and a board to Euchre. Euchre on the outlet, sees it. As the Grovers open on the inside, goes to Brunsvold. She's got 12. Maple River with some chances that have gone awry here in the third quarter. Down by 14. And we'll see a foul here with Rachel Christensen, her 2nd. But nobody has 3 yet for Oak Grove. It'll be their 3rd of the quarter. Hovelson to check in, while Hansen and DeYoung will check in here for the Grovers. Euchre and Christensen will check out. Irie to check out here for Maple River. Raiders to inbound it with Violet Richmond. Richmond on the inbounds, finds it to Hovelson. Hovelson here at the top. Hovelsen's going to drive hard, and Hovelson will see a traveling violation. 13th turnover here for Maple River. Raiders were trying to see if they can get a quick shot off before it got to a reset on a shot clock, and now we'll see it with Hansen. Hansen in the front court. Pass is going to be intercepted by Violet Richmond. Richmond going coast, but can't finish the layup. Rebound comes down to Hansen. That'll be her 5th. Other side of the floor, Brunsvold open, three-pointer short. Rebound goes to Kaloran, and then there's a foul here on the Grovers, their last one to give of the quarter. This will be on Carolyn DeYoung. She'll become the 6th Grover now with 2 fouls. 42 to 32 at the 3:58 mark here. So the Raiders been scoreless for over 3.5 minutes here in the quarter. Kaloran gives it to Violet Richmond. Illegal ball screen as Hennig was never set. As Payne Hansen took the brunt of that screen. Hennig will pick up her team's first of the quarter for the Raiders. Now it's the Grovers with the Full court pressure that they'll see against Maple River as the net is in a swish position and stuck, so they'll have to get the basketball through as they will handle that. Saw it happen in the JV game as well in the opposite hoop. Gotta love the fresh new nets to open up the season. Lila Richmond nearly gets a steal, and this one out of bounds. As Richmond nearly had a great opportunity, but one thing it does do, it takes it from 11.1 to 5.9 here in the quarter. And a reset for your defense. Geiger to Brunsvold. Brunsvold will nearly walk with it. Now to Geiger to Hanson. Hanson to beat the horn off the backboard. And 46-32 here. Oak Grove with the advantage. Up by 14 as we head to the fourth quarter on YourLiveEvent.com.
If you're thinking about updating your bathroom or kitchen, don't wait until the last minute. Planning is key. At Ada Building Center LLC on Highway 200 East Edge in Ada, you can check out the brand new displays with the latest in cabinets, countertops, and floor coverings. The Ada Building Center LLC team will guide you through designs and help you secure trusted contractors for the job. Stop today and start planning your remodel. 218-784-3661 or visit adabuildingcenter.com. Ada Building Center, your project starts here.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
High school basketball here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. 11 points in the quarter for the Grovers, while you had 9 points here for Maple River. 46-32. The Grovers with 3 players in double digits. The 13 of Geiger, the 12 for Brunsvold, and 11 by Christensen. Nobody in double figures here for Maple River. They're led by the 9 of Violet Richmond and the 9 of Carly Hovelson. Opening up this quarter, if you see from a Raider perspective, you get a 6-0 run, boom, you're right back in the contest. If it's the Grovers that get a 6-0 run, you might be able to put the game away and out of reach a little bit with the remaining time here in the fourth. Geiger, right wing, sees this one nearly tipped, and it was tipped by Richmond. Brunsvold sees it here as they stay on in this little 1-3-1 zone defense. Ball gets skipped left-handed side Johnson. Johnson looking for a teammate, finds one Brunsvold at the high post, finds it Geiger, open, launching, and burying it. Geiger with the triple, her third 3 of the game, and she's got 16. Kaloran slips through a double team but misses the layup, and that's just kind of how the second half has been for Maple River. They've had points and chances in the paint. They just can't convert. Brunsvold makes that pass across the paint. Turnover here as Violet Richmond sees it now. Richmond able to cross, get to the right-handed side, high off the window. Violet Richmond in double digits with 11, and she made that look easy. Johnson front court, there goes a steal. Lila Richmond back to Violet Richmond. It's all in the family as Violet trips, leaves it to Hovelson. Hovelson with the pass gets deflected, and eventually Johnson comes away with it. Turnover number 14 here for the Raiders. Ball goes right-handed side. Three-pointer for Geiger. That'll be long. Rebound DeYoung and a block shot from Hanig. Kaloran brings it up the floor to Violet. She's open. Violet crossing over on Hanson. Spin, drive, kick to Hovelson. Hovelson at the left wing. Up and over on the pass to Lila. Up top to Abby. Kaloran gives it to Violet here. She'll step into a 3. That'll go short. And a rebound here to Geiger. Geiger used up, and they're going to say no double dribble as that was deflected in the hands of Geiger. And right now you can just play time and score if you're the Grovers. Not wanting to do that is Hanson. Three-pointers off the mark, and DeYoung will be called for a foul. 132 in Kaloran, gives up about a foot of size to DeYoung, but she had the better position. DeYoung will get called for the foul, her third, and the team's first. Some fans would call that over and back, but there is no rule of an over and back in basketball. Just better position. And right now, if you're Maple River, with the red time in the scores, you can ill afford to come up empty for the vast majority of the rest of the game. Whether it's a free throw attempt or a made bucket, that's what they need now. Satcham to Hovelson. Hovelson looking for a cutting Violet Richmond. Hovelson going to drive with the pass. It goes to Violet eventually. Now to Irie. Spot up left wing three is going to go short. Satcham able to chase this one down. As she does, it's her 9th rebound. Ball on the inside of Irie, and it's just been that kind of second half here for Maple River. You're going to see games like this early on the season, whether it's from the Grover perspective or Maple River early on the year. There's going to be some nights where you just can't see the ball to go through the cylinder, or every 50-50 ball goes against you. Grover's looking to get to 1-0 on the season with the win here tonight. Euchre in the front court to Kaspers. The one thing for Coach Chad Slatter's club, he's played a good portion of players here. As Geiger, teardropper inside the paint, can't get that one. Ball's out of bounds, last touch by Violet. And it's a fresh 35 here on the shot clock. B-Set will check in for Hovelson. Grovers on the inbounds, give it to Euchre. And if they want to play the old Dean Smith four corners, they don't. They want to shoot a three. This one will be off the mark, no good. Ball gets tipped out to Brunswick. She gets fouled and count it. Brunswick's got 14 on the night. Christensen got the tip. As we'll see this for an opportunity. The Raiders wanted a foul on Christensen on the position of Satcham, but nothing was granted. And it's back to a 17-point margin. Free throw attempt on the way for Brunsvold. 14 points on the night for the sophomore, and make it 15. Harper Brunsvold been really good here this evening here for the Grovers. Violet Richmond crossing over, goes between the legs to Satcham, now to B-Set. B-Set looking, finds it to Kaloran. Kaloran's going to drive hard on the inside with the left hand, got it to go. Kaloran's got 5. It's back to a 16-point margin. Now the Raiders got to chase the game, and this is the old tortoise and the tail. Casper to Christensen. It's still loose, and eventually we'll get a jump ball, and the arrow will go to the Raiders. If you're Maple River, how quick can you score? You want to make this an indoor 50-meter track meet. If you're the Grovers, you want to see it be a 2-mile run outside. Just trying to minimize the possessions here. Both teams with one foul in the quarter. Violet Richmond, nice hesitation, gets inside the paint. There's a foul, and count it. Violet with the and one. Richmond's got 13, a chance to make it 14. Foul will be assessed here on Euchre, her 3rd. As Brunsvold will check out. That's what you need. Get to the free throw line. A chance to get a free point without the clock moving from the Raider perspective. Richmond free throw is up and good. Violet's got 14 to lead the floor for the Raiders. Full court pressure defense. Grovers inbounded to Christensen. Christensen finds Hansen. Hansen with the pass to Euchre in the front court. Euchre sees this one now to Christensen. Christensen with a couple of dribbles here, being hounded by Satcham up top. Now to Kaspers. Kaspers sees it right wing to Christensen. Christensen bounce pass to Hansen here. Hansen going to spin on Richmond. Kaloran helps it out, finds it. Kaspers, left wing three-pointer on the way, is up and good. Laney Kaspers with the triple. Kaloran in the front court going to drive. Kaloran sees a block shot by Kaspers in the hands of Euchre. Kaspers takes a ball screen here, and there's going to be a foul. And the foul will be on Kaloran. As Kaloran's going to pick up the foul, that'll be her 4th, team's first, make that 2nd of the quarter. And with under 4 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter, Grover's up by 16, trying to sulk the last few moments of this game away. Game that's just over 70 minutes old tonight. Christensen, right-hand side, leaves it to Geiger. Geiger able to spin on Violet, crossing over. Geiger spins again. Oh, and a block shot, but a foul. Satcham got the block. They're going to call a body. And the foul will go against Satcham. That'll be her 1st. Make that her 2nd, team's 3rd, and 2 free throws upcoming here for Geiger. Geiger was 16, and now keep it at 16. 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Substitution as Lila Richmond will check in for Claire Irie. Oak Grove got up early and they never trailed in this game. Free throw attempt number 2 is in and out, no good. Rebound gets tousled for in the hands of Lila Richmond. Now to Violet. Bounce pass. Here goes Satcham. Satcham with the right-handed layup up for 2. Satcham's got 6. Back to a 14-point margin. Hanson baseball pass. Gets intercepted here by B-Set. B-Set to Kaloran. Kaloran in the front court. Kaloran's on a drive. Looks to spin. Uses up that dribble. Finds Violet. Violet guarded by Christensen. Here comes a screen. Violet going to handle it on the baseline. Gets the shot up. That'll go short. Rebound here for Euchre. Good box up by Euchre. Her 7th board of the game, but another turnover by the Grovers. Kaloran will handle it now as Kaloran's going to spin on the inside. Tries to get it up with the left hand, and there's a foul in the act of shooting as Kaloran will go to the line. Helter Skelter, the name of the game here in the last 60 seconds. Euchre picks up her 4th. That'll be the team's 3rd. And 2 free throws here for Maple River. Just feel like Maple River is 1 minute of a 6:08 run to really make this interesting, but time's running out. Well, if you're Oak Grove, we'll see a timeout on the floor. We'll continue that thought after this with 3:01 left to play in the quarter.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
It's been fun when these two teams have played the last couple of years. It's games like this. They're close, competitive. Maple River won by 10 last year. 2 years ago, the Grovers able to win by 3. 3 years ago, went to overtime, a 5-point win for Oak Grove at the old Raider Dome. Then Maple River won 4 years ago. So just back and forth between these two. Kaloran goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line. She's got 7. Back to a 12-point game. With this one now, Geiger, baseball pass, but it's intercepted by Richmond to B-Set. B-Set to Lila here. Lila gives it to Violet. Violet Richmond at the right wing. Gives it now to Lila. They reverse it to Kaloran. Kaloran ripping it through. Casper's on the guard. Here comes the help. Pass gets intercepted. With it, Kaloran back cut now to Lila Richmond. And there's going to be a foul. The last one to give. The foul on Hanson, her 2nd. That's the team's 4th. But some time comes off the clock if you're a Grover fan. Brunsvold will check in here for Caspers. Lila Richmond will check out as Carly Hovelson will check in for Maple River. As they'll inbound it, Violet Richmond sees this one. Violet gonna drive, kick, B-Set open, left pocket 3. That'll go off the iron rebound though to Hovelson here. As Hovelson gets the board, that'll be her 5th. Violet Richmond left wing 3, got it! Richmond, 8 points in the quarter, 17 in the game. Full court pressure defense. Christensen able to spin. Christensen gonna drive. Kick, Brunsvold. Nearly walked with it. Brunsvold inside. Got it up for 2. Brunsvold, 5 points, 17 on the night. Back to 11. Kaloran here at the 2-minute mark. Kaloran. Hard drive, left hand, can't get it. Brunsvold, the rebound, that's her 6th. Brunsvold in transition now. Drive, kick, open, Geiger. Geiger, dribble pull-up from 17. That'll go long. Ball will be in the hands of Maple River. Now, if you're a Maple River fan, you can't say you didn't have chances here in this 4th quarter. Violet, good crossover. There's a foul. That'll be the 5th on Euchre, and she's retired for the night. Euchre, 2 points, 7 rebounds. And we'll see 2 free throws upcoming here for Violet Richmond. 17 points on the night for Violet. She had 17 in the opener against Madonna Pinger Buchanan. McCall Johnson will check in. Richmond with 1,135 points here in her career, and now make it 36, only a sophomore. Free throw attempts, number 2 back to a 10-point game, trying to make it 9 here with the made free throw, and does. Full court pressure defense, 2 timeouts for the Raiders, 3 for the Grovers. Christensen up the floor to Johnson. Johnson bounced past to Geiger. There's a foul and count it. Geiger with the answer. 18 on the night, a chance to make it 19. Geiger will see Kaloran foul out. She got foul trouble early as Kaloran finishes with 7 points, 3 rebounds here for Maple River as Claire Irie will check in. But every time it's been an 8-point or a 9-point margin, immediately the Grovers either get a stop or they get a score. Free throw here for Geiger is good. Converts the 3-point play. Timeout for Chad Slatter will break as well with 1:39 left to play here in the 4th.
Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro is your one-stop shop for gifts and home improvements. Check out the huge display of DeWalt power tools. They accept Hillsboro Christmas cash, making holiday shopping even easier. And explore all major name brand appliances, floor covering, cabinets, windows, doors, and much more. Find everything you need for all seasons, including this special holiday season when you shop at Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro, open Monday through Saturday.
High school basketball here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. It's 60-48 Grovers over the Raiders of Maple River on our City of Hope scoreboard. Still to come on our post-game show, we'll get to our Agassiz Precision Egg Play of the contest, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, that and more. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. The one thing from the Raiders' perspective is when Violet Richmond, as she did with 3 fouls in the first half, where can you get some offense consistently going? As the Grovers have really tried their best tonight to try to double team here as Satcham sees a block shot here on the way by Johnson. Full court pressure defense. Brunsvold weave her way through, lost it. Satcham going to get the steal. Satcham goes the other way. Block shot by Christensen. Oh, what a heady play by the junior and Rachel Christensen. As the Raiders will inbound the basketball here on the baseline, as they'll handle it with Violet Richmond. As Violet on the inbounds. Quickly to Irie, left pocket. Thought about a 3. Brunsvold on a closeout. Irie going to attack the paint. Got it up and got it to go. Claire Irie now with 4. Nathan Hoots going to burn a timeout to stop the clock with 72 seconds remaining. We'll break with him back within 10 here in the 4th.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Tonight on YourLiveEvent.com, it's a 10-point margin with 72 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. The Grovers had just 4 turnovers in the first half. They're up to 17 in the game as they will inbound the basketball right now here with Christensen. And Maple River, they've been trapping quickly. And here comes a trap. Hansen sees it. Violet Richmond nearly got away with that last poke of a steal. It's textbook. You go into a trap, you jump the passing lane, as they'll see it here with Christensen. Always an awkward inbounds here on the near sideline, and she will inbound it. It's a turnover as Hovelson will intercept it. Hovelson with it, leaves it to B-Set. B-Set back to Carly. Hovelson, backdoor cut to Violet Richmond. They don't got time to move, though. They got to shoot. They do with Violet. Can't get it. Rebound Irie. Irie with it, and a turnover here on the hand of Geiger. Another turnover, though, now for the Grovers, as the Raiders have 2 of them hit the deck. It's still loose. Hovelson will see it now up the floor to Irie for 2, and they see it here for the Raiders. A lot of time came off the clock. Brunsvold sees it, ball to bounce, and it's off of the Grovers. The only good thing from a Grover perspective is since that timeout, about 35 seconds have came off the clock, but Chad Slider wants a timeout to talk it over. Don't look now. Raiders back with an 8. Time on the floor. We need it as well here in downtown Fargo.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
The last 35 seconds, the old song of bodies hitting the floor. Bodies hitting the floor is exactly what happened there. And these two teams go to hustle. Both coaches of Chad Slater and Nathan Hoots said when you're playing the opposition, you know you're in for a 4-quarter basketball game. You know they're going to hustle. They're going to make the dirty little plays when you got to have it. And by dirty, meaning getting on the loose ball on the floor, helping out when you can, trying to get to the baseline, plays like that, and that's exactly what Maple River has done here in this fourth quarter, and the Grovers to that perspective. But now, one timeout remaining for both teams as Maple River will inbound it with Violet. They'll give it to Hovelson. Hovelson left-handed side of Satcham. They come through. Violet Richmond on the left baseline. Three-pointers up off the iron. No. Rebound comes down to Hanson. Hanson going to use it, the dribble, and an interception here for Satcham. Satcham up the floor to B-Set. B-Set will see this, not a Violet. Violet's going to drive, walled off by Christensen. Double bounce pass inside Sandstrom with the extra fine and a foul here for Hanson. Her third. See 2 free throws here for Claire Irie. But again, 20 seconds comes off the clock. Irie to shoot free throws here. Well, the Raiders have been efficient at the free throw line tonight. Free throw is up and it's good. 15 of 18 from the stripe for Maple River. I got it back within 7. This within 6, and a timeout here for Nathan Hoots with 9.8 seconds left to play. It's a 2-possession game. Arrow favors Oak Grove. We'll be back after this. Both teams in the bonus when we come back.
For the last 25 years, Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties has been serving the real estate needs of Fargo-Moorhead and the surrounding communities. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Carlita is ready to help you evaluate the market and make the right choice for you. Take the first step into selling into your next home by calling Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties at 701-367-5918. Experienced, confident, qualified. Carlita Dietz.
9.8 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Raiders out of timeouts remaining, so they need to get a steal and score quickly, because if Oak Grove gets the ball with under 5 seconds left, they don't have to inbound it. For example, if there's a steal by the Raiders, they shoot a 3, it goes in with 4.8 seconds remaining. Maple River can't get the ball back because Oak Grove can just hold on to the basketball. But Nathan Hoots calling that timeout, wanted to set something up for his defense here. And these are coachable moments from both teams early on this season. It puts you right into a blender in game number 1 for the Grovers and game number 2 here for the Raiders. Grovers with Christensen on the inbounds here, able to see it to Brunsville. The time will start milking off. They need a foul. Violet Richmond does. It'll be her 4th with 6.2 seconds to play. And we'll see the 5th, and 2 free throws upcoming here for Harper Brunsville. 17.6 rebounds, 2 threes here for Brunsvold. And she has a chance to make this a 3-possession game. Free throw is up and good. That one will just about do it here, as Brunsvold 4 for 4 from the free throw line, trying to make it now 5 for 5. Free throw attempt by the right-hander is good. Harper Brunsvold, 19 points on the night. Irie with 2 seconds, 1 second, 3-quarter 3-point shot is up, no good, and that's how we'll end this basketball game. 62-54 for Maple River, able to put 22 points up in the fourth quarter with the 16 points here for Fargo Oak Grove. We're back with our post-game show after this here on YourLiveEvent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
As an American Family Insurance agent, Chris and Monica Heisey look out for what matters to you most, even when nothing is wrong. These days, everyone wants to save money, and they can show you how easy it is to have multiple policies by combining your auto and homeowners insurance. Let Chris Heisey Agency with American Family Insurance put some change back into your pocket. For more info, visit chrisheisey.com. That's chrisheisey.com for all the details.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
High school basketball here today, 62-54. Fargo Oak Grove picks up the win over the Raiders of Maple River. Here's a look at your quarter scoring. 24 for Oak Grove in the first, 11 in the second. They had 11 in the third and 16 in the fourth. While for the Raiders, 10 points in the first quarter, 13 in the second, 9 in the third, and 22 in quarter number 4. Team numbers, Oak Grove would finish with 22 turnovers, 7 players in the scoring column, 36 rebounds. They would finish at the free throw line here tonight, going 9 of 12, and they had 6 threes. While for Maple River, they had 17 turnovers on the night, 7 players in the scoring column, 4 threes. They went 16 of 19 from the stripe and 34 rebounds. Individually, the Grovers led by the 19 of Harper Brunsvold with 6 rebounds, 19 for Sophie Geiger as she hit 3 threes on the night as well. Peyton Hansen had 6 points, 6 boards, 11 points for Rachel Christensen, 3 rebounds and a handful of assists. 3 points for Eleni Kaspers, 2.7 rebounds for Taylor Euchre, 2 points and 5 rebounds here for Carolyn DeYoung, and McCall Johnson also had 6 rebounds. From there, Maple River led by the 19 of Violet Richmond, 14 of the 19 coming in the second half with 2 threes and 3 of 3 from the free throw line. 9 points for Hovelson with 5 boards, 8 points for Claire Irie. You had 7 on the way for Abigail Kalorn with 3 rebounds, 6 points for Sophia Satcham with 9 boards as well, 3 points for Aaliyah Hannig, and 2 points for Hallie Bisset. The Raiders now 1-1 on this season. Oak Grove improves to 1-0. It's now time to get to our player of the game, brought to you in part by Enbridge, and bringing the energy is Harper Brunsvold. Off the bench, she scored 10 points in the first quarter. She scored nearly half the team's points in the first off the bench. She scored in every quarter but the second. Harper Brunsvold is our player of the game, bringing the energy, brought to you in part by Enbridge. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That is Enbridge.com. From there to our Agassiz Precision Egg play of the contest. And it was the opening start of the game, as it took till the 1:32 mark for Maple River to score their first field goal of the night. It was at the 4:24 mark in which Maple River scored their first point from the free throw line, but it took 6.5 minutes for the Raiders to score that first field goal, and by that time they were already down about 12 points, and that was the difference here in this one. Again, Fargo Oak Grove, the play of the game, the defense one more time here, brought to you in part by Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer at Agassiz Precision Ag in Hillsboro. Visit planterdoc.com. That's planterdoc.com. The defensive start for Oak Grove. When we come back, we'll hear from the victorious Grovers around the corner. That is next here on your live event.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Back here on our post-game show, join us, Rachel Christensen here on the night. Very productive game, 11 points, 3 rebounds, hit a 3, went 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and some really nice bounce passes as well for assists. Rachel, let's talk about the defense first. Hold Maple River for 6.5 minutes before they score their first field goal. What was really working in that first quarter defensively for you guys?
Yeah, we had a lot of good help defense, and I could just trust my teammates that they would be there to help me, and so I could just play really aggressively on defense.
Able to see Harper Brunswold come off the bench and score 10 of her first 19 points in the first quarter. What was that like, seeing that bench production, particularly from Harper?
She was huge. She brought a lot of energy on the court, and it was really nice to have her.
Able to take a first game win. There's going to be some things I'm sure you'll work on at practice tomorrow like anything else in a game number 1. But what's the biggest thing here, Rachel, that you saw from your team against a really good and aggressive Maple River club?
I think we had a lot of good shots, and we did a really good job of spreading the ball, and a lot of people scored when they needed to.
How quick of a turnaround was it from the volleyball to the basketball season here to go from one sport to the next sport here?
It was quick, but we got ready in time, and yeah.
Let's talk about one other player who did a good job, too. Taylor Euchre, 7 rebounds here. She did a lot of the dirty work. Just what can she do, or what did she provide to the club early on this season?
She brought a lot of energy on the court and just, brought a lot of fun and made the court better.
Hey, Rachel, thanks so much for your time. Happy holidays. Best of luck moving forward.
You.
Rachel Christensen with us here. When we come back, we'll hear from the head coach, Chad Slider. That is next.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
As we go from the player to now the coach, join us, Chad Slider. I like it's hoodie night here inside Fargo Oak Grove. Chad, let's talk about the defense first. Maple River doesn't score their first point till about 3.5 minutes. They don't score their first field goal until about the 1:30 mark. Just what did you see from your team having really, I called it sticky defense in that first quarter play?
That's one of the things we talked about that we wanted to change this year, was be a little bit more aggressive in our man-to-man, pick them up a little bit more full court. We know Violet's going to score. I said in the log, Rachel did an outstanding job defending her the whole game. We had great help defense to help Rachel when she tried to penetrate. And I told Rachel after the game that that's probably going to be the hardest 19 points she scores all year. So it was a great way to start the game and set that defensive tone. And thank goodness we had the lead, because we tried everything we could at the end of the game to give it away. So, but yeah, we had great team defense all the way around tonight.
There's coaching moments, and I would say for both teams, you probably didn't expect Sophie to get 2 fouls early. I'm sure Nathan Hoots didn't expect Violet Richmond to have 3 fouls, so both teams had to learn something early on the season. What did you learn from your team, particularly when Sophie, a point guard, gets 2 fouls and has to come out of the game in that first half?
Well, first, it's a learning opportunity for her. We don't want her to get 2 fouls 80 feet from the basket. If she's guarding somebody that's going up for a shot for a layup, then it's a better foul. So we talk about some of those things with her, but it gives an opportunity for somebody to come off the bench. Harper Brunswold was awesome tonight. Her first varsity game. She doesn't. How do I say that? She doesn't care. She doesn't know the moment. She doesn't grab. She just goes out and plays. and she had a tremendous game for us coming off the bench. So it shows that we do have some depth. Our younger kids are going to be okay. And to have those opportunities for them early in the season, I think, is really important to allow them to settle in.
As you go through this one, obviously the turnover bug for both teams will be something that, as coaches, you'll continue to work on. But what did you see from your club? Because I said it, every time Maple River got back within 8 points or 9 points, it seemed like you either had to stop or you had to score to get it back to double digits. What was it about your team when all of a sudden Maple River was on the cusp of making a run that you kind of said, nope, just wait a minute, we'll keep you at arm's length a little bit here, Chad?
I think throughout the night, our team did a really good job of executing different offenses that we wanted to run in different situations. So when they started to go on some of those runs, it's a really good opportunity for us to go to a quick hitter offense instead of trying to take some time off the clock. Sophie did a great job recognizing when she got the basketball that maybe it's time for her to be a senior and be that leader and extend that lead or get that lead back up. She got to the free throw line in the fourth quarter, had some nice drives. So it allowed us to be able to do some things in critical moments, to be able to calm ourselves a little bit on the offensive end.
Hey, Chad, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck. And Mayville coming up on Tuesday. We'll have your next home game as well against the Burros here before you get ready to Region 1 play. Happy holidays. Good to see you again.
You as well. Thanks, Chase.
And again, Chad Slider will put a bow on this one next as the Grovers improved to 1-0 in the season opener.
Maple River Raider fans, it's game time. Your high school athletes are giving it their all, and they need you in the stands, on the sidelines, and behind the scenes. So grab your gear, bring the noise, and show your Raider pride all season long. Let's rally behind the Raiders and make a difference.
On behalf of the Raider volleyball team, we thank you for your support.
Go Raiders! And to the near side, Sophia Satrom, get up and put it down.
From Raider football, thank you for your support.
Money, and Warren is gone. Touchdown, Maple River. As again, the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers pick up the win 62-54. The particulars, again, Harper Brunswick with 19 points. Geiger had 19 as well here for the Grovers. They combined for 38 of the 62 tonight here from Oak Grove, while for Maple River, led by the 19 points of Violet Richmond here, albeit most of it in the second half after having a good chunk of fouls in half number one. Both teams, stuff to learn. Maple River drops to 1-1 on this season. This is a Division A loss for a Division B team in Maple River. They will play next on Tuesday against the Enderlin Eagles. That'll be the nightcap of the Barnes County Girls Basketball Tournament. That'll be the quarterfinal round action again, as scheduled at 7:30 from VCSU. Well, for Fargo Oak Grove, they pick up a win. They're at 1-0 on this season. They get to the Division A portion of their schedule with Mayport CG on Tuesday and the Burros of Hillsborough Central Valley as well on December the 12th. Thanks so much for tuning in to our broadcast here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com as the Grovers find a way to fend off an aggressive Maple River team here by 8. Make sure you go to our website, that is YourLiveEvent.com, or simply subscribe to our YouTube channel for more games coming up here throughout the month of December. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your weekend and join us for more high school basketball, hockey, and wrestling here throughout the weekend.